Welcome to Think Tank, powered by Vodacom. It only took 2 rounds for Super Rugby to eliminate the number of unbeaten sides to 4. 3 of those are from South Africa. It's the Sharks, Stormers and Lions. The 4th, the Brumbies, Australia's flag bearers, and for my money, the team to beat. They're playing the smartest rugby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Grinch of rugby.
What?
I saw your column yesterday. Brumbies are the way forward.
Pure goal.
Excuse me, they're playing winning rugby. Oh my word.
What?
Come on. We are entering a new era. It's a new dawn. The All Blacks are leading the way. Ball in hand.
What are you talking about?
Let's entertain the people.
The Highlanders and Hurricanes were the top 2 sides from New Zealand last year. The Highlanders made the most tackles, I think. The Hurricanes were up there for kicks. These guys are not the run from everywhere guys.
So you tell me. Let me have a look at our stats.
Crib notes. Unbelievable.
Okay, so you say, right, so the Canes. 1 defenders beaten, 1 meters run, 1 tries, 1 carries, 1 clean breaks, passes, 1. All
Who's
1,
that?
1,
The
1.
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes.
And
Okay.
the
They went on. Yeah, no. So the Highlanders were sharp at kicking, and these guys actually weren't too bad at kicking.
Yeah.
So in a funny way, I think we agree.
Yeah, no, we do.
I think what they do is they do it correctly, and they do it in the right part of the field. And to your point, because you make it really, really well every single week, is let's look at the personnel. You know, you look at the Highlanders. Sapuaga had probably his best season
Absolutely.
ever. And then I had Nahala outside him, you know, and then, of course, Fekito.
Yeah.
I mean, my word, which side isn't going to win Super Rugby?
Absolutely.
Then you look at the other side, Bowden Barrett, for me, class fly off of the world, you know, in the world last year. And then, you know, out wide, Milner was the find of the season.
Yeah, Julian Severe, 100 plus Ks, Marananu, 108.
Exactly.
Big chaps.
And I think that also speaks to another good point that you make, is if you've got ammunition out wide, like the Nahalas, Nadalas, Milner Scudder, then you can go wide because you've got ammunition out wide.
Absolutely.
And, you know, as actually Rob Lowe makes the point, he does chew my ear off every week. Sorry, Rob.
That explains the cauliflower, yes.
Indeed. But you actually also need the cleaners.
Yeah.
So if you have a guy taking the ball in out
Precisely.
wide, it's not only the big man who gets the ball back, it's also the cleaner who's going to go in and either rip or get over the ball.
Right.
And I think that's what the Kiwis have, and that's why
Absolutely.
they play better out wide.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry, man, I know you've got a burning question.
No, go.
But what I saw from the Lions on the weekend, for me, was heartwarming. 3 passes in the trams. I haven't seen that from a South African side ever.
Spot on. Yeah.
So I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
So away with you, Grinch.
No. Look, I'm all for the attacking rugby, and obviously South African sides do need to improve there. I don't believe it's an endemic sort of psychological problem that we have. I think it's definitely personnel driven. I think in some cases right now in Super Rugby, we give up 40 kilograms in a one-on-one tackle between our wings and New Zealand wingers. And that changes what you can do tactically. So at the moment, the way our personnel is driven in some of our sides, it's not clever to attack. And the numbers speak to playing a less sort of lower risk game.
I agree. But I do think it is slightly endemic, and it's a problem. It's one of the reasons why a lot of us called for Hanneke Meyer to go. You know, he just didn't evolve the game at all.
Yeah.
Skulk at 10 or Dwayne at 12.
Yeah.
And we didn't ever do anything more than that.
Yeah.
What we're seeing, I think, from the Lions, and I'll have a column on this tomorrow, calling for Johan Ackerman as next Springbok coach. Yes, some darts in my back, perhaps. But
You said the Lions weren't even going to make the playoffs.
Oh no! How badly wrong was I? No, look, it's round 2.
Yeah.
I just think that so as a nation, we do need to be doing something towards playing a more enterprising brand of rugby, and I think Johan Ackerman is the man who's doing that.
Yeah,
and we're seeing that come to fruition. Beating the Chiefs away is no mean feat.
Yeah. Well, my point about the Brumbies, what I like about those guys is that they've found a way to score a lot of tries. They lead the competition with 11 tries without having to play too much rugby. They've lowered the risk. They're getting the return from their attack. And I think that's what I'd like to see from us is I want to see us score tries, but playing clever. I don't want to see us carry the ball for 20 phases to do something that the Brumbies are doing in 3.
Spot on. And, you know, that's a great point. You know, you'll go churn through 19, 20, 21 phases, and then you are going to cough up the ball. And to Rassi's point, he says, rather give the opposition the ball. But that's true.
Yeah.
If you're going to go through 20 phases and only go up 10 meters, you've got to have the strike power.
Yeah. So we agree on a truth.
We do.
Okay. Question of the week comes from Rudy. He wants to know, how do you feel about the ball being held up over the try line and in goal? Anywhere else in the field, it's a turnover, but obviously in that area of the field, the attacking side gets a scrum.
Yeah, really. I mean, I think that's an excellent question. So to my mind, I think you've got one move on the field. You go into a breakdown, you're either going to try and recoil and get the ball back,
Yep.
or over the try line, your next move is going to be over the line to score the try. So given that as a sport, we're trying to get more tries into the game,
Yep.
to penalise a guy for, instead of trying to recycle the ball, but actually going for the try, seems inherently wrong. So while it's different to what happens in the rest of the field,
yes,
I think let's encourage it. Let's get the guys going for tries.
I agree 100%. Nice one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's it for this week. We'll be back again next week. Please be sure to tune in and send through your questions on Twitter using the hashtag ThinkTank. Ciao.